A classic Sicilian defense Kalashnikov variation emerges in Fide Women's Grand Prix to lakhs 2425 Pune Round 1, setting the stage for an intriguing battle. On e4. On c5. Knight f3. Knight c6. On d4. On takes d4. Knight takes d4. On e5. Melia is setting up to play pawn takes d4. Knight b5. We are now in the Sicilian defense Kalashnikov variation. On d6. Knight 1 c3. Munguntuul's idea is to play Knight d5. Bishop e6. Knight bc7 check. King d7. Knight takes a8 and gain a significant edge. On a6. Melia intends to play pawn takes b5. Knight a3. Bishop e6. Knight c4. Munguntuul intends to play Knight d5. Rook b8. Bishop e3. Bishop takes d5. On takes d5. Knight ce7. Bishop a7. Rook a8. Bishop b6 and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook b8. On a4. Knight f6. Bishop g5. Munguntuul is setting up to play on a5. Bishop e7. Bishop takes f6. Bishop takes f6. Knight takes d6 check and seize the initiative. Knight d4. Bishop d3. Munguntuul considers playing Knight d5. Bishop e7. Bishop takes f6. Bishop takes f6. On c3. Knight c6. Knight takes f6 check. Queen takes f6. Knight takes d6 check and increase their advantage significantly. Bishop e7. King castled kingside. King castled kingside. Bishop takes f6. Bishop takes f6. Knight d5. Bishop g5. It is novelty move. On c3. Munguntuul is planning to play on takes d4. Bishop takes d5. On takes d5 and dominate the board. Knight c6. Knight cb6. On g6. On b4. King h8. On the 5. Bishop h6. Rook a3. On f5. On takes f5. On takes f5. Queen h5. Munguntuul wants to play Queen takes h6. On e4. Bishop c2 and secure a stronghold in the game. Bishop g7. Bishop b1. On e4. On f3. Munguntuul considers playing on takes e4. On takes e4. Rook takes f8 check. Queen takes f8. Bishop takes e4 and increase their advantage significantly. On takes f3. Rook takes f3. Queen e8. Melia is planning to play Queen takes h5. Queen h3. Munguntuul is looking to play Knight c7. Queen e7. Knight takes e6. Queen takes e6. Bishop takes f5 and increase their advantage significantly. Knight e5. Melia is planning to play Knight takes f3 check. Rook f1. Munguntuul's idea is to play Knight c7. Queen f7. Knight takes e6. Queen takes e6. Bishop takes f5 and dominate the board. Knight g4. Queen d3. Queen h5. Melia wants to play queen takes h to mate. On h3. Knight e5. Melia's idea is to play knight takes d3. Bishop takes d3. Bishop takes d5. Knight takes d5. Queen h4. Knight e3. On f4. Knight f5. Queen g5. Rook a1 and gain a significant edge. Queen c2. Bishop h6. On c4. Rook f7. On c5. On takes c5. Queen takes c5. Pause the video and find the best move for Melia. On f4 is logical continuation as Bishop e4. Rook g8. Queen d4. Bishop g7. Queen d1. Queen g5. Melia heading towards winning. Let's proceed to the main line. Queen takes c5. Knight c6 is not the best move played by Melia. Rook a f3. Bishop g7. Melia is setting up to play Bishop d4 check. King h1. Bishop takes c5 and seize the initiative. King h1. Bishop d4. Melia is planning to play Bishop takes c5. Queen d6. Munguntuul is setting up to play Queen takes e6. Bishop takes d5. Knight takes d5. Rook d8. Melia is looking to play Rook takes d6. Queen e6. Queen g6. Bishop takes f5. Queen takes e6. Bishop takes e6. Rook takes f3. Rook takes f3. Bishop e5. On g4. Knight d4. Melia intends to play knight takes f3. Rook e3. Bishop d6. Rook e4. Munguntuul is setting up to play Rook takes d4. Knight f3. Rook c4. Munguntuul is planning to play Rook c8. Rook takes c8. Bishop takes c8. Knight d4. Bishop takes b7 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Knight e5. Melia intends to play knight takes c4. Knight f6. Knight e3. King g1. Bishop takes b4. On g5. Rook d2. Knight takes h7 and take decisive advantage. Rook c8. Munguntuul intends to play Rook takes d8 check. Rook takes c8. Bishop takes c8. Knight c6. Bishop takes b7. Knight takes b4. Knight e3. Bishop c5. Melia considers playing Bishop takes e3. Knight c4. King g7. King g2. King f6. King f3. On h5. King f4. Knight d3 check. King g3. Munguntuul's idea is to play Bishop takes a6. Bishop b4. Bishop c8 and secure a stronghold in the game. On takes g4. On takes g4. Knight b4. King f4. Knight d3 check. King e4. Munguntuul is setting up to play King takes d3. Knight b4. Knight e5. Munguntuul might go for Knight d7 check. King e7. Knight takes c5 and establish a winning position. King g5. Bishop c8. Bishop e7. Bishop d7. Bishop f6. Knight f3 check. King g6. Bishop e8 check. King g7. Knight d4. King h6. Knight e6. Munguntuul intends to play. King f5. Knight d5. Bishop c6. Bishop c3. Pawn g5 check, and increase their advantage significantly. Knight c2. King f5. Munguntuul is setting up to play. King takes f6. Bishop c3. Pawn g5 check. King h7. Pawn g6 check. King h6. King e4. Munguntuul considers playing. King d3. Knight e3. King takes c3, and establish a winning position. Knight b4. Knight d4. King g7. Knight f5 check. King f8. Bishop d7. Think carefully what is the best move for Melia. King g8 is the correct move because Bishop e8. Bishop b2. Bishop a4. Bishop c3. Bishop d7. Bishop b2 position is equal. Let's analyze the main variation. Melia might go for king takes e8. Bishop d7. Bishop f6. Take a moment to spot the best move for Munguntuul. Pawn g7 check is a strong choice, since Bishop takes g7. Knight takes g7. King takes g7. King e5. Knight d3 check. King d6. Munguntuul have small advantage. Let's analyze the main game. Bishop f6 is an inaccurate played by Melia. Bishop a4. Think carefully what is the best move for Melia. King g8 is the right idea because Knight g3. King g7. Bishop e8. Bishop a1. Knight h5 check. King h6 position is equal. Shifting to the main line. Bishop a4 is not the best move played by Munguntuul. Knight a2. Do not rush. Can you find the strongest move for Munguntuul? King d3 is the correct move because Bishop e5. King c4. Bishop f6. Bishop c6. Knight c3. Bishop b7. Munguntuul have small advantage. Let's analyze the main variation. Munguntuul wants to play pawn g7 check. Bishop takes g7. Knight takes g7, and put immense pressure on the opponent. Knight a2 is not the best move played by Melia. Bishop c6 is an inaccurate played by Munguntuul. Knight b4. Bishop b7. Bishop c3. King e3. Bishop f6. King d2. Bishop e5. Pawn g7 check. King g8. Bishop c8. Munguntuul's idea is to play Bishop e6 check. King h7. Pawn promotes to queen at g8 mate, and take decisive advantage. Bishop takes g7. Knight takes g7. Think carefully what is the best move for Melia. Knight c6 is best move here because Knight f5. Knight takes a5. Bishop e6 check. King f8. Bishop d5. King e8 position is equal. Let's explore the main game. Knight takes g7. King takes g7 could lead to immediate trouble. Played by Melia. Bishop b7. King f6. King c3. Knight a2 check. King c4. King e7. Bishop takes a6. King d6. Bishop b5. Pause the video and find the best move for Melia. Knight c1 is best move here because on a6. King c7. King b4. King b6. King a3. King takes b5. Still Melia is losing. Let's proceed to the main line. Bishop b5. King c7 creates serious weaknesses in the position. Played by Melia. King b3. Knight c1 check. King b2. King d6. Munguntuul claimed a well-earned victory.